Hey guys, so here you can see I have my purple truck that's in the green screen, and I'm going to show you a simple little easy trick that you can do when you are doing a doll show and you want to have a driving scene. So the trick here is you definitely need to have your subject in a green background, and make sure the truck or the car isn't green, because then, well, it's gonna look ghostly or it's gonna practically disappear. So the trick of this is you want to get some type of free footage that's already a moving driving scene or backdrop, and you're just going to film your truck or your car, whatever vehicle toy that you want to use, and you just want to put it in a still backdrop. Basically it could just be a picture, so I can snap a photo of this long as it's in the green backdrop, and then I could put it into the moving footage backdrop. Okay, so let's get on with it, and I'm gonna show you how this works. Hi guys, okay, so I'm here with another green screen video showing you how to use green screen properly. So the next thing I plan to do is to show you how to take a backdrop like this. This is a moving backdrop. You see how it's moving? Now it's a free footage that I found on MP3 Rocket. Some people find stuff from YouTube, so you probably have to go to YouTube and you can find free videos or free footage that you can use. So it's a driving scene. So the trick that I want to show you is I want to take a car and put it into that backdrop. Okay, sometimes it gets a little lost here. I want to take a car and put it into this backdrop. So I'm going to take a photo that I have that's already green screen. Let me find my photos. Let me look up and down for the pictures. Okay, so what I have to do, here we go. Here's a photo that I took in the green screen with my dolls inside of it. So I'm gonna grab this photo. I'll show it to you right here. I'll open it big so you can see better. Whenever you're using green screen, you want to make sure that your subjects don't really have green. Like right now, if you look at Pharaoh, he has on a dark green shirt, so I'm not sure how that's going to show up, but I'm just showing you an example. But always try not to use the same color, although this is not the same green. This green is actually a lot darker, and this green is a lot brighter. And as you can see here with my green screen backdrop, you can see a little bit of shadow. Just follow my arrow. You see these shadows here? I really don't like that. You see over here in this area is perfect, even down here. So you kind of don't want to have the shadows. I haven't figured out how to always get the shadows out, but I think it has to do with most likely it has to do with the lighting, because I have my boards light up from 3 different angles. I have a top light, I have a light on this side, and then I have a light on that side. I don't have a light in the front. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to come out of this, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to modify this picture right here with them in the car. Remember, this is just a regular photo. I don't have to move this photo in order to make it look like they are actually driving in this purple truck. So I'm going to modify. I'm going to take this photo, which is in my timeline, and I'm going to put it at the bottom of the moving screen, which is right here on top. So what I gotta do, I have to open this up. It has to match the length. Now, as you can see, the lengths are equal, right? So now I'm gonna modify. It's already highlighted blue, so I go to designer, click the arrow, go to PIP designer, click it. Now I'm going to go to chroma key and click it. I'm going to click on the eyedropper, and I'm going to click the green board, and here you go. So now you see it looks like they're actually in this backdrop. That's what green screen is all about, is changing your backdrop. I can play around with these over here to fix it, because you can see a little bit of shadows over here. That's from the lights that I'm talking about, having perfect lighting for green screen. I'm gonna try and see if I can take it out, but if I can't, it's okay. I'm just giving you an example of how to use green screen. So I'm gonna play with the tolerance of hue. So I pulled it all the way over, and that looks really terrible, so we don't want that look. So I'm gonna pull it back over and see what happens. Pull it, pull it, pull it. So actually, as I'm pulling it, wow, it took it out. But you don't want to pull it all the way over, because it takes their faces away and everything starts to look a little distorted. So I'm gonna move this back over. This is tolerance of hue. I'm gonna move it over a little bit, and now you can see Pharaoh and you can see Javon. Do I want to play with tolerance of saturation? I'm not sure, but we can play with it a little just to see. I'll pull it over to the left and let's see what happens. Nope. So when I pull tolerance of saturation all the way over, it kind of grayed the screen out, right? I mean the backdrop, it doesn't look the way it used to. So let's pull it back over, tolerance of saturation, and now it gives us back our normal footage, our backdrop, right? It's nice and bright again. Tolerance of luminance, let's see what it does. If I pull it to the left, it grays it out. So okay, so when we're pulling these to the left, it grays the screen out, the backdrop. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with talking. It turns it gray. It looks cloudy, right? Like it's about to rain. So now if I pull it back over, tolerance of luminance, it gives me back my nice natural backdrop. So I noticed with tolerance of luminance, it depends on the photo. If it didn't have too many shadows, you can pull it all the way over. And when you go to edge of sharpness, it'll sharpen the photo up even better and make it look even more crystal clean. Now, being that this looked a little big, I don't like the fact that it's too big. I'm gonna show you how it looks when it's big. So I'm gonna click OK. I like what I did. I'm gonna click OK. And now I'm going to play and let's see what this looks like. So actually, I put my subject into a moving background, which this is what you see, all the little houses on the side. It's animated moving background. So I put my toys inside their truck, and it looks like they're driving. Here's another trick that you can do that would make it look even better. I think this looks pretty good, but the car is too big. So what I plan to do, I gotta scroll back over, go back up. Sometimes this happens. What I plan to do with how this looks, I'm going to go back into my photo, which is the dolls in the green screen background. I'm going to go back into designer, PIP designer. Wait for it to open. And what I want to do, being they look so huge in this small backdrop, I'm going to click on this right here, this little round white circle. You see my arrow. I'm going to click it. I'm going to shrink them down to a smaller size. And the further back I may want it to look, I have to pull it up and I can shrink it more. Let me see if I can pull it from this side. Uh-oh, it's doing something else. Okay, I can shrink it a little more, and then I can pull it down. So the more you shrink it, you pull it up. If you want to make your subject look smaller, like right now, this is probably a good size, and it looks about right. The size looks normal for the backdrop, but I can even make it look smaller. Pull it down. Because if they're driving through, the car or the subjects inside the car or the truck shouldn't look as big as the buildings, right? So that looks funny when we're driving by in our cars. We're not driving by these buildings and we don't look as giant as the buildings. So you want to give it a natural look. So I could pull it back a little more. So I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna click OK. And now I'm gonna set it back and I'm gonna play it and let's see what that looks like. That looks better. This is how you manipulate a subject in a moving background, especially a driving scene. I think this is so cool. I love this. I can even make it look a little bigger so I can stop it. So I stopped it, so I have to scroll back over. And there you go. I'm gonna also show you another way you can put your car or your subject. I'm gonna remove this footage right here, the moving footage. I'm gonna remove it now, and I'm gonna show you another way you could put your subject into another moving background. Sometimes the computer will freeze. Okay, let's remove it and let's get another driving scene. So I'm gonna put this one. Okay, and I found all of these driving backdrops off of, you can find them off of YouTube. I get mine from MP3 Rocket, and I also get my music, and this is free footage. You know, I don't want to deal with copyright, so I'll try to find free things. Sometimes I do use copyrighted music, but it's not monetized. I don't mind. So let's see what this backdrop looks like. I'm gonna hit play. So it's a moving screen. Excuse me, I'm so sick. It's a moving backdrop, and I love it because I can put my dolls into a driving scene where I can make, you know, this is really cool for an episode or something like that. I've done this before with John, and then look here, you got it going on a side angle. So if you look here, stop this. Here's a truck, right? And here you see the dolls inside this truck. So the side angle, it's just a photo. You just take a photo, a green screen photo, and you put it in a moving backdrop. Okay, so let's see what this looks like if I put this car of them that's already inside this green screen backdrop. Let's see what it looks like if I put it in this backdrop. So you see what this looks like. It looks crazy. The car is actually floating. So I'm gonna open this up. So we don't want to have this car here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna modify this. So I have to go back to designer, click the arrow, picture in picture designer, click it. So what I plan to do now is I'm going to modify this and make it fit into the scene. This may not be the right way because it's actually going the opposite way. So what I need to do is take a picture of the Jeep or the truck where you see the truck from behind, not coming this way. I'm going to show you because it's going to look pretty funny, but then I'm going to show you the right way it's supposed to be. I meant to take a photo. So I'm going to pull this down. Right, and what I'll do is try to make it look maybe just a little bigger. Oops, maybe that's a little too big. That's okay, right? And it's already set. It's already green screen the best way it could be. So I'm going to click OK, and let's see what that looks like. But it's actually going backwards. So I'm going to hit play and see what that looks like. Ha! We don't want that. We don't want it to go backwards. So I have to take another photo. And look, we don't want to drive like that. So we're going to stop that. Okay, so I have to take another photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to come back with the rest of the video.